ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Impassioned pleas for unity and calls to hold the president accountable. We are tracking the latest on the impeachment vote underway in Congress right now. South Bay community coming together to expand the search for a missing mother. And the latest vaccine site to open in San Diego and the different approaches being taken across the state. Welcome to ABC 10 News at 11. I'm Jim Patton, so good to have you with us. And I am joined remotely by my co-anchor Virginia Cha and 10 News meteorologist Megan Perry. Going to hear from both of you very shortly. Good to see you.
They were sent here by the president with words such as a cry to fight like hell.
Speaker Pelosi laying out the case this morning for the impeachment of the president over his role in the events leading up to the violence on Capitol Hill. The debate's still going on in Congress at this very moment. Democrats and a handful of Republicans expected to vote in favor of impeachment. However, we have just learned that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell doesn't plan to reconvene the Senate early for an impeachment trial. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest.
The House now in session, set to impeach President Trump for a history-making second time. In just hours, lawmakers poised to vote on a single article charging Donald Trump with incitement of insurrection by urging his supporters to march on the Capitol.
We know that the President of the United States incited this insurrection, this armed rebellion against our common country. He must go. He is a clear and present danger to the nation that we all love.
At least 5 Republicans are now on record saying they'll vote to impeach. One of them telling CBS News more GOP members will join.
This is one of these moments that transcends politics.
Support for impeachment transcending the highest ranks of the Republican Party. Sources tell ABC News Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell believes the president committed impeachable offenses. And the number 3 Republican in the House, Liz Cheney, announced she'll vote to impeach, writing in a blistering statement, "There's never been a greater betrayal by a president of the United States of his office and his oath to the Constitution." The president's support also waning outside Washington.
In light of this criminal act, the city of New York has determined that it is within our power to terminate all contracts with the Trump organization.
Federal authorities now say they're investigating significant felony cases tied to sedition and conspiracy in last week's attack. ABC News has learned an internal FBI bulletin warned that extremists were heading into Washington to wage war. And one online thread cited in the report stated, "Be ready to fight," raising yet more questions about why law enforcement was so unprepared.
I think what happened was that somebody on the Hill, maybe the president, made a decision to make it soft.
A source tells ABC News House Speaker Nancy Pelosi could send the impeachment article to the Senate next week, leaving the Senate no choice but to start a trial immediately. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, the Capitol.
Meanwhile, the investigation into the rioting, according to the Department of Justice, is just getting started. So far, authorities have issued charges in 70 cases and opened dozens more investigations. They say they expect those numbers to grow. And the FBI says they are sorting through tens of thousands of photos and videos. And take a look at this. This is what the Capitol looks like this morning. National Guard troops spread out throughout the building's halls. They are among the 15,000 troops deployed to the nation's capital ahead of Inauguration Day. And today, officials in Washington, D.C. say as many as 5,000 more may be on the way. Photos also show metal detectors have been installed at the Capitol. Jim?
Friends are searching for the missing Chula Vista mom who disappeared nearly a week ago. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell spoke with her family about why they have hope that she will be found safe.
It's now been 5 days since Maya Miliete has gone missing. Her family still holding out hope that she will be found safely. Meanwhile, her friends have organized 2 search efforts, hoping to find anything that can help them find this Chula Vista mom.
Anyone out there probably have seen her or maybe know where she is. I'm begging and begging and begging you, please let us know she's okay.
Mary Chris Droulet says her family isn't giving up hope that her sister, Maya Miliete, will be found safe. Maya has been missing from her Chula Vista home since Friday. Mary Chris believes Maya left with her ID, possibly her phone and a credit card which hasn't been used. She also left her car, and that's why friends and family have chosen to organize a search centered around the Mount San Miguel Park.
She's close to that park. It's just a walking distance. It's maybe, it's right there by her neighborhood area.
ABC 10 News spoke with Maya's husband, who says they got into a fight Thursday night, adding that she's left before for the night to blow off steam. But he got worried when she didn't show up for their daughter's birthday on Sunday. While police are investigating her disappearance, Mary Chris says at this point, the family chooses to focus on finding anything that can lead them to Maya, hoping this message will get to her.
We love her, and that no matter what she's going through, we're here for her. She just had to let us know, just a little hint, I think, Cole, to let us know you're okay.
Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
New vaccine site now open as of an hour ago on Coronado for people in Phase 1A. ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie explains how this one will work.
The site on Coronado is the 7th vaccine site in San Diego County. They're using firefighter paramedics who've been trained as well as SHARP personnel to administer the vaccines.
So currently today's clinic will offer approximately 250 today. Our goal is to increase those numbers dramatically so that when the additional tiers open, we'll be able to see many more people.
You do have to register for an appointment at the site in Coronado. They'll be open weekdays from 10 to 7, except for the upcoming holiday on Monday. It's part of the push throughout the state to get more large sites up and running. Orange County announcing it will start giving shots to anyone 65 and over at sites like Disneyland, which will be a super station, much like the one in San Diego County at Petco Park. Dodger Stadium will be converted in LA County as well. These sites expect to start processing thousands of people per day, with Governor Newsom promising others would be up and running this week. Based on the Health and Human Secretary's announcement that in 2 weeks, states will start getting prioritized based on their distribution progress, and the governor asking for an all-hands-on-deck approach. Governor Newsom wanting 1 million Californians vaccinated by this weekend. One of the biggest challenges is finding enough personnel to staff and give the shots. As for the Coronado site, they're only giving shots to people in Phase 1A right now. Appointments can be made on the county's website, just as with all 7 sites that are currently open, while additional ones are expected to open in other parts of the county in the coming weeks. Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.
And there are more calls from medical facilities not to delay the second dose of the COVID vaccine in order to give more people their first dose. Federal health leaders say that states should immediately expand access to everyone 65 and older and to anyone 16 and older who is at higher risk of serious illness. The government is also going to release all of its supply, no longer holding back second doses. The heads of HHS and the CDC say that there is far more supply than demand, and they say they have full confidence in manufacturing and distribution now that they can get second doses to anyone who got the first.
I think this is the ultimate demonstration of problems with the American healthcare system, which is fragmented.
Now, they also say states should stop micromanaging vaccines and expand to pharmacies, community health centers, and max vaccine sites. Virginia?
Thank you, Jim. Another blow to businesses along the border. The ban on all non-essential travel across the U.S.-Mexico border has been extended for at least another month. It is nearing a year since the border was first closed to non-essential travel due to the pandemic, and business owners say they are struggling there to survive. Officials have extended that closure every month since the closure started on March 21st. In San Ysidro, 125 out of roughly 800 businesses have had to close for good.
Who's being acted discriminatorily against is the border communities, right? Where we rely on those tourist visas coming in and out every day to support our community.
For now, the restrictions remain in place until at least February 21st. Some new developments in a story we have been tracking this week. The search for several inmates who escaped from custody in Central California. Well, 2 of those escapees have been caught here in San Diego. The Merced County Sheriff announcing that news overnight, although details about the inmates' capture still not clear. Officials say they were brought in without incident. They're being taken back to Merced. There are still 3 inmates missing, and they are considered armed and dangerous.